And welcome back to more Gravity Rush Remastered. Last time, we tried to ride the Ark back to Hekseville, but fell off due to another attack by Nushi. So this time, we need to climb up the World Pillar back to Hekseville. We are actually almost to the end of this section of the pillar, but there's another gravity storm up here, so we need to actually clear out these Nevi first. Luckily, the special gauge recharged. That was a waste of it, sadly. I really need to actually time that better. Basically, you need to time it to when the enemies aren't actively attacking you, so you can actually summon a lot of the projectiles. Otherwise, you'll get interrupted out of the attack, and then it'll be kind of a waste. Which means we actually have to fight these Nevi on our own for a bit, so this will be interesting. I'm going to take out the faster Nevi first, because they're the more dangerous ones. And trying to fight a bunch of these fast Nevi all at once is not exactly great, so I wish that the Typhoon had worked better. This probably won't be too bad though. There is still health in the area, so if we need to heal, we'll still be fine. But we do need to be a little bit careful here. Is there still health? Or did I pick it up already? Nope, there's still health. So I might actually get that now while I'm over here, instead of trying to wait till the last minute. There's also more health to the other side, so I'll keep that in mind for later. Let's see, what's left? 4 Nevi, the really big flying Nevi, and a couple smaller ones. So I think I'll go after these two next, because they're arguably some of the more dangerous ones. Luckily the special recharged, so actually, let's fly up really far away, out of range, and try to summon a Gravity Typhoon. So this should hopefully finish off most of the cores on these 3 Nevi down here. There's one out of the camera view that probably won't get hit by too many projectiles because it tends to focus on what's like directly in front of you. But luckily this last one isn't too bad, if my gravity gauge doesn't run out right before attacking it. I wonder if they're back in Hekseville already. Alright, so the way forward has been cleared out, so let's escape. Alright, so as expected, this will take us back outside. And there are plenty of gems. I'll have to remember to level up soon, because we definitely have enough to level up quite a few things, actually. And from here, things look familiar. I recognize that little platform jutting out there. So we are almost back to town. Hey, this part of the pillar looks familiar. Hekseville must be close now. It's been a year since we last met, hasn't it, Shifter? A year? Since your absence, we've assembled the Jellyfish, a special forces unit augmented by the latest and cutting-edge autonomous weaponry, Wasp. What do you think? She's a beaut, isn't she? So you're Sea Wasp, huh? You were amazing out there. You took that Nevi down like it was nothing. This is twice now. Twice that you've screwed up and brought the Nevi to Hekseville. You're a troublemaker, and we don't need your kind around here. If I may, the Nevi threat has grown in the years since you've been gone. This is your last chance to take us up on our offer. Join us, and we can fight the Nevi menace together. Look, I need to go home and take a long hot shower. The first in a year, apparently. And then maybe I'll think about it, okay? Cat. Cat, it's you! Where have you been? Sid, what's with the uniform? Huh? Oh, with Mayor Denelica in power, the police got absorbed into the military. We're all working together now and doing our best to fight the Nevi. But never mind that. Where have you been all this time? Rumor had it you and Raven fought a gruesome battle to the death. Yeah, about that. Sorry, I'd better get back to work. We'll talk about it next time. The people of Hekseville were living in fear, and Unica, or Sea Wasp, was more weapon than human. In the few days I thought I'd been gone, a whole year had passed in Hekseville. I felt myself drowning in the changes that had taken place in my absence. Welcome back, Cat. You had a long journey, so you must be looking forward to a shower and a good night's sleep. Gade, you're a creator. You must know what happened to Raven and the children, right? I might be powerful, but I'm not that powerful. Once a creation is created, only the creation itself can create its own path. That doesn't help at all. If it's been a whole year, surely the Ark must be back by now. So, Gade is here, and when he said he was moving, he was actually saying he was moving here. Cat, there you are. You brought that pipe with you too? I didn't know this was what you meant by moving. There goes the neighborhood. I thought you'd be happy to see me. That's just like young people, no respect for their elders. You'll grow old and be lonely like me someday. I'd better stop him before he starts to cry. I'm sorry. Hey, it'll be fun living so close together. I always wanted someone sitting on a pipe to talk to. That's the spirit. It'll be just like old times. Hey, I'll even reopen the gateways to the Rift Plains, just for you, neighbor. But why would I want to go back there? I nearly got killed the first time around. Talk to Gage to revisit any of the Rift Plains to collect precious gems or special moves you may have left behind. We will be worrying about this later because there are reasons to go back. But for now, I want to take some time to actually explore Hekseville a bit more. So a lot has changed in a year, and I want to see how everyone's doing around town. First of all, there's a warp, or there's a rumor spot near this warp over here. And this takes us over to Pandora's. The Lost Shifter has returned. I've been expecting you. Please, I need your help. Can you use your power to help me find Raven, Zaza, and Cyanea? Your wish is my command. Let's see here. Oh. What is it? What do you see? Well, something seems to be interfering, so I can only see bits and pieces. They are close, and yet they are far. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that's all I've got. I see, but hey, that at least means they're out there, right? I guess I just have to be patient and believe they'll return at some point. So that wasn't the most helpful exchange, but there's someone else to talk to over, on this side of town. From here, actually, I think it'll be faster to fly over than try to, warp. So yeah, let's just head over here and then drop down and see what this person, has to say. Oh, I remember you. You're the girl that did, you know, well, something, right? She doesn't remember anything. Does the girl who can shift gravity ring a bell? That's what it was, of course. It's been so long. You'll have to forgive me, especially with things the way they are now. Sometimes it's just better to forget, you know. Speaking of things the way they are now, has anything unusual happened in the last few days, like a giant flying temple appearing in the sky? What are you going on about? If anything like that showed up, the army would blow it away. My grandson's in the army, you know? I'm glad he found his calling, but he never finds the time to visit his poor old grandmother. And then there's that son of mine. He's working morning, noon, and night over in that military factory making weapons, leaving me alone with that wretched wife of his. Would you believe? Oh boy, this could be a while. That sounds terrible. I'd better get going. Let me know if you see any giant temples flying by in the sky, alright? Bye! So yeah, it does seem like quite a bit has changed. From here, I think I also want to go to Venda Center for a bit, because we actually never found all of the manholes there. Alright, so we only have one discovered, so let's head over here. And when we get back to the story, we actually have a choice to make. Because there is actually a side mission as well over here. But we'll worry about that probably next time. Cat? Cat, is that you? We were worried sick about you. It's been ages. Cat, it's so good to see you. We thought something bad had happened. Newt, Echo, I'm sorry I worried you. Actually, I have to ask you something. Have either of you seen anything that looks like a giant flying temple, or heard any rumors about one? A giant flying temple? No, can't say I've heard about anything like that. How about you, Echo? No, sorry, haven't heard a thing. Oh, hey, where are you guys headed? Oh, well, we're off to join in on some military exercises. Oh, did you guys join the army? No, it's part of the new school curriculum. All of the students have to go, even if they don't want to, and we don't. Hush, you don't want any of the teachers to hear you talking like that. You'd be expelled. Man, Hekseville has really changed. Even the schools are different. It's good to see some familiar faces around town, though. So, there are 3 more manholes to discover, and one of which is actually really close to this next side mission, conveniently. So we'll probably end off here at some point by the mission. The other notable one is actually close to where the previous mission started. I mean, by previous mission I mean episode 12, but by that train station near the edge of the world. Speaking of which, I wonder if we can return that letter if we head over towards this area. There you are! I did it! I found your letter! Huh? Do I know you? And what letter? The letter you sent me looking for? I found it! See, it's from your boyfriend! Dearest love, soon I will leave your side, though death might part us, our love will remain for all time. Forever yours. Oh, that guy. So hard to remember things from a whole year ago, you know? Listen, sweetie, can you toss that for me? What? But he kept on searching for this letter even after he died, and you sent me halfway down the world to find it. Look, he was a nice guy, but I'm with someone else now. This new fellow's quite the catch, too. He's a real up-and-comer in Mayor Danelica's political party. Anyway, what's past is past, right? Bye-bye! Yeesh, can people change that much in a year? The city doesn't look anything like I remember it, too. What happened here? I do find that line a little bit odd, saying the city doesn't look like how she remembered it, because she technically was barely in the city before going to the World Pillar. So I'm like, maybe that explains why she doesn't really remember it, because she was barely here. So over in this area is the train station, and the second manhole that we have not discovered here. And let's talk to this person. Long live Danelica. With him in charge, we've got nothing to fear. This guy's pretty intense. I better back away. Hail our beloved leader. Hail our proud army. A new age has dawned on Hekseville. Long live Danelica. Long live Danelica. Yeah, that's a little bit intense. So yeah, this is actually our first time kind of exploring Venda Center, because we really did not spend much time here on our first visit. Again, it's kind of odd that the previous areas tended to have missions that really sent you all over the city, and in the case of Venda Center, you basically go there just to leave again. So it is kind of a weird contrast to the previous areas we discovered and restored. The final person to talk to in Venda Center looks to be down here somewhere. I think that's the last person. So let's talk to you. I thought things would be different, but now I'm out of a job. I got swindled. Swindled? By who? The new mayor, Danelica. I thought anyone would be better than that idiot Bolsey. I mean, Danelica really looked like a man who would take charge, but all he did was put all his energy into the military, and now the city's a mess. I see what you mean. I used to really like this place. By the way, has Raven been spotted around here lately? Raven? No, come to think of it, she vanished around the same time you did. Oh, I see. I guess she isn't back yet. So that's a little bit concerning. Alright, so we still have one more warp point to discover, and once we find this, I think this will be the last warp in the entire game. So let's search for it. I think it's over on the right side of the area. It's kind of an interesting feeling having an actual full map of the area again, compared to in Botum having the like hand-drawn version of the map. In a way that still is very charming, but a little bit harder to actually parse at times. Even then, I feel like a lot of the level maps are a little bit confusing because of the 3D nature of these areas being represented in a 2D plane. It's a little bit tricky to actually figure things out at times. But the final manhole of Venda Center and the game is right here. Alright, so now we have every warp in Hekseville. So basically, if we need to go somewhere, we can go there very easily. And with that taken care of, I think we are going to head over here, and next time we're going to try out the first of the final DLC missions. Before we actually end things for this part, I do want to take a moment and actually upgrade things, because look at how many gems we have. And we haven't even done, like, I want to say like half of the challenges. We still have a lot of challenges to do. So there's the potential to actually level up even more, and at some point I might devote some time to actually go through and complete a bunch of challenges. I'm going to level up the kick move for later. It's not really going to be helpful for a while, but it will be helpful eventually. And we have 600, almost 700 gems left, and there's not a whole lot we can actually upgrade with that. So let's go with shifting speed. Alright, so with all of those upgrades, that'll make the next few missions a lot easier. And on that note, we are going to resume the DLC next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Gravity Rush Remastered.